historically the Quran has remained unchanged?
Well, I don't think the Bible has been changed over time. I mean, sure, there's discrepancies in manuscripts, just like there is in the Quran. But the Jewish, in terms of the changes within there, in, let's say, the resurrection narratives that he was mentioning, Richard Burridge showed very cogently in his book, What Are the Gospels? That the Gospels are Greco-Roman biographies, and then so you have to judge them according to the genre in which they're written. You wouldn't say a parable is wrong because if you found out that the Good Samaritan wasn't a historical person, because the parables are meant to be word pictures and lessons, narrative stories in that way. Now, the Gospels contain, or Jesus taught in parables, the Gospels and Greco-Roman biography is trying to report an actual biography of what happened with Jesus here. And so when you look at this and you say, okay, well, why might there be discrepancies here? Because of the same conventions we do in everyday conversations, and that's why you apply historical methodology. Luke, as you go there, you see, like in the trial scene, in Matthew and Mark, they're written to Jews, says, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" And he answers, he says, "Well, yes, I am. And you will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven, blah, blah, blah." And they say, "Blasphemy, tear his clothes. This guy's worthy of death." That's probably what it was like. Luke, a little bit different. He's writing to a Gentile audience, probably in Rome. They don't understand the Son of Man imagery. They don't understand what blasphemy is. So after going through all of that, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" Jesus says, "I certainly am. You'll see the Son of Man, blah, 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 blah." And he says, well, then the high priest says, "Well, then, are you the Son of God?" "I am." "Oh, well, we don't need witnesses anymore. To Pilate you go." So he may be adding this in, so in order to clarify to his Gentile audience of what Son of Man meant, because they understand it in the same terms as Son of God. This isn't a contradiction. This is just simply communicating in the same way that we do every day with one another, the kind of messages. We don't call these errors. You just have to understand the genre of the Gospels, and they are very historical.
You cannot graft your theology upon the Hebrew Scriptures. The Jews do not believe in the Trinity. They don't believe that the Messiah was to be a divine incarnation. So why would the high priest ask Jesus, "Hal anta Mashiach bar Elah Chai? Are you the Christ, the Son of the living God?" Did he really mean that? Did he mean that to be, you are the second person of the Trinity? No, Son of God is a messianic title. They didn't believe that Jesus was a divine incarnation. That was not their conception of the Messiah. This is a Jewish concept. The Jews have Tawheed. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, an absolute unity. You cannot graft your theology upon the Hebrew Scriptures. They don't believe in the Trinity. The apocalyptic Son of Man is not believed by Jews to be a divine figure. That's blasphemy according to them. Lo ish el bichazeh uven Adam. God is not a man, you see. How much time do I have? 10 seconds? Thank you very much.
I agree. The Jews didn't believe that Christ, of the Messiah, the Son of God here, that was a claim to divinity. So I would agree with Ali there, that the high priest wouldn't have interpreted that as being divine. It's Jesus' following statement to say, "And you will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven, seated at the right hand of power." Again, you go back to Daniel 7, and it's very clear. He is thinking of himself as being divine, because all nations will serve him. And Jesus said, when he's tempted in the wilderness, "Tell Satan, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only." Same Greek word is used there. So, in essence, what we have with Jesus saying that is, hey, yes, I'm the Messiah, the Son of God, and you know what, you guys sitting in these seats right here judging me? Well, guess what? You're going to see my Father and I coming on the clouds of heaven, descending, and we're going to judge you. Don't get used to those seats. We're going to cast you off those seats, and you're going to be made a footstool for my feet, and you will serve me with the same honor and respects that are due only to God, because my Father and I, we're made of the same stuff. And they understood that it's blasphemy, and that's why they put him to death.
Thank you. And that concludes the question and answer time. I want to thank you for coming, and let's give them a round of applause. Association and Campus Crusade and College Life, we want to thank both of you for coming. And there are 2 tables in the back from the Muslim Student Association and Campus Crusade and College Life. We encourage you guys to check out the free literature they have there, and mingle in the back. There will also be refreshments back there, so socialize, talk about what you heard tonight. Thank you. Just a quick announcement, the Muslim Student Association was distributing free Qurans. The Qurans have ran out, however, but you can order one online for free at www.cair.com. You can order a free Quran and a free biography of the Prophet Muhammad.